Hello and welcome back to the Planet Crafter, Humble. Last time we explored down on the beach a little bit and also did some building of our new base area. And I did, of course, a couple of things off camera, so I want to show you those. And then I think we're going to go up to the north edge of the map and do the blasting of the gateway there and get ourselves into whatever that is behind there. Somewhere I've put my truck. I think I put it in my storage, so we have to go get it. But I have done a little bit of tweaking here. I obviously put windows around on what will for sure be the outer walls. These will probably also be outer walls, in which case we'll put windows in there later. But I changed the way that I was doing the crafters and the storage upstairs, same kind of thing. I've given them a little bit of space away from the wall in both directions here. I'm not entirely sure. I want to do a little bit more testing with this to see if this will maybe be ish centered with the number of these. Otherwise, I may shift it over one or two clicks either direction just to make sure they're centered between those posts and all of the things here. But other than that, this is kind of what I think I'd like to do. So have a double row here of automated crafters and a double row here of automated crafters. And if we need more than that, then we'll add the other one in on the other side as we talked about. I was doing a little bit of looking into our multiplayer map that we did on Twitch with Lana and Jeff and IT, and there appear to be about 38 items that are craftable eventually. And here we're only up to about 20, so we have that many more to go. And if this looks right here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maybe by 2, that's 18. We might end up with just a little bit more than one of these rooms full. So I may spread things out a little bit. If we have to have another room anyway, I may spread things out because we are for sure going to need more storages than we're going to need crafters. Because amongst everything we can craft, we also have to have a storage for everything that we can collect raw as well. So you know, anything from things like metals to all the organic stuff like algae, things like that. Bringing all that in as well. So maybe I'll do an organic in an inorganic room, maybe have all the inorganic stuff over here, all the organic stuff in the other room. I'm kind of going to have to play that a little bit by ear, which means we might end up tweaking it a little bit. So I kind of put these in the same spot. You can kind of see by that buckle right there, kind of where things are at. But again, I'm going to try to get them centered as best as I can with an appropriate number. So those upstairs are a little bit closer. They are maybe like one click bigger. I don't know what the distance is. Maybe like I don't know, maybe like a tenth of a meter, like a decimeter or something like that, of what the spacing is between a click. But anyways, that's where we're at. And then, of course, I put all the windows in there like we talked about doing upstairs as well. And then I put one there above the door for fun. And I think this is okay in terms of spacing and away from this rock. I think it's fine. I may, or I will, end up putting a teleporter probably downstairs someplace. I'm not entirely sure where. At the bottom of this, even though we do have the vines to climb, it's a 3-vine climb all the way from the beach up here. So I think I'll put a teleporter down there someplace, just in case, and then we can have a teleporter obviously here in the base, which I was thinking this under the stairs might be a good place for the teleporter if it fits reasonably, but also I have to think about that. Actually, if we're gonna have another side, I'll probably put a single in here and make that the teleporter room. But we'll see how that plays out in the in the future bit. In the future that hasn't happened yet. Or maybe it should be on the second floor. Actually, I think it should be on the second floor, in the same spot, but on the second floor. And maybe I'll put those singles in there anyway, we'll see. But let's go collect up a couple of things so we can head out. First of all, we need a drink. Do that. Gulp. And then second of all, we need probably some food. We can get rid of this iron and cobalt. I've taken it from here because I grabbed it when I guess I took that from upstairs. You know what? Who cares? Put that in there. And then find my truck. Oops. It's probably down near the end. Yeah, there it is right there at the end. We started into the last storage there. And then I'll grab some food for later as well. And that should be enough to... Oh, you know what we need? We need booms. We can take... let's take them all. It's fine. And then we can go. We can always make more, as we've talked about before, but I left the teleporter down on the beach someplace too. I forget where. Maybe at that ring of whatchamacallits, that ring of little habitats there. So we're going to blast this. I'm going to fly up here on top to blast it from the top down, I think. There's no IT here to, you know, get caught in it, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, good. It took them all out in one shot, huh? In that case, let's go ahead and put the truck down as a large mobile storage unit. Maybe like that. I'll give you the booms. We might have to come back out for them, but at least for now, this is fine. If there's more stuff to blast in here, we also might have to get a first. Might have to get a couple of fusion cores. Flashlight would be good. Actually, before we go any further, let's just go ahead and dump this stuff off in the truck. Because it's already basically a full thing. I'll keep that on me because we're getting close. And instead of going in, because we're going to have to go down here. Actually, I could have done this room, I guess, and save myself 4 slots. But that's okay. Down we go. There's our food. First signal of food. I'll wait till the next one, though. And this is going to be... Good, Terra tokens. This is going to be similar to the random ones that we'll get a little bit later on, which we experienced also when we were on in that multiplayer game. We have... Is there larger constructs, bigger than the ships? And I don't know that they're randomly generated, but they're generated. Yeah, we already have one of these. They're generated similar to the random ones. Okay, just a single on this. Let's just go ahead and get the stuff and deal with that right away, rather than going through this whole place and doing the whole thing and then having to come back out again. Oh, these here too. Somebody missed those. Can't miss those. Anything else I missed here stupidly? No. So the fusion cores were, I don't remember, and I don't remember. I know we need these. Actually, you know what? Let's take most of this stuff back, just so we don't have it here. When I say most, I mean a handful of it. And we'll go back to base, and we'll dump that stuff off, and then we can make a another fusion core. Lots and lots and lots of iron. Lots and lots and lots of iron. Those were over here, right? 3 pulsar quartzes, 2 osmiums, and an obsidian. Okay, there's more pulsar quartz, I believe, in one of these bins. Some of them are partially empty. Okay, those are seeds. I thought they were Terra tokens that I had missed 3 times. I did have to use a good chunk of pulsar quartz, though. I have more booms in there. Oh, wow. I must have gotten those from something. I might not have the pulsar quartzes for this. Oh. Well. Oh, okay, good. Alright, I had some in there. Obsidian, but we're almost out. I did build 2 fusion power things because, well, building all those autocrafters killed my power. So that might be a hindrance to our base expansion plans, but that's okay. And then I didn't make the thing. Make the thing. Yes, make the thing. Here. I like how vehicles and things bounce when you appear. It reminds me of the way that they handle them in Eco, too. Let's see. Let's go down here, then. And here. All the way down here. I'm glad that it was near the beginning, because then I can easily retrace my steps. And that opened up some doors someplace. Turned some lights on, all the things. That was opened up, for example. I think. Let's just do... We'll just go back around, or continue around, and we'll come back to wherever we need to go to. Down. Yeah, oh, there's the upper view of that same room. I have. Apparently not, but those would be nice to have. Some suits and things. To tear those things apart and use them for... whatever. Sting. Sting. Ooh, I can take this glass table apart. Interesting. Library. Not the suits, though. 1, 1, 1, 300. Oops, then I didn't take everything. And this goes back down again. Does this come back down into the same area? There's another 100. Yeah, so I'm going to have to retrace my steps then. Because this leads us back out to where we were. It's fine. I will just go back up and we'll continue around upstairs, I think. Oh, this... Wait, did I see? I did see. Debris here. Interesting. Food critical. There's like stuff that I want stuck to the walls, but I can't have it. Okay, well and that goes back out to where we just were a little bit ago. So we will go back in this way, I guess. And continue around up here. Wherever this takes me. Oh, no, that was it. Okay. Interesting. Really that small? No, here we go. Okay. We're back out in the main hallway here. There's what opened. Okay. And that means we're probably going to have to go back out to the truck because this is going to have more stuff than we can carry. And that opened too. There's another safe right there. Up. Load it all in, everything but one thing. Assuming all the... Oh, these are blueprints. Oh. Nice. Okay, we're going to have to decode those. Remember, Wally, that you have bespoke blueprints that you can now make. That might have been some of the QOL stuff that they added in. Oh, wait, we could have done this one here. 1, 1, 5, and 1... Do this one here. Okay. Those are the doors that open with the thing, though. And this opened, too. Lots and lots of vaults. 1, 1, and 1. 1, 1, and 1. Okay. Excuse me, thank you. Okay. Go back, we'll go downstairs in just a minute. Because I'm full, which I figured I would be. Back this way. And I'm going to have to take this stuff all the way back home. Or I could just build some frames like we did before. And I think I'll just do that, actually. Rather than carrying it back, I can always do that off camera, as we've done before. I don't have the stuff in hand for larger storages, although, if I have it here, I might as well. Yeah, take this. You can have a couple of those things. Do the one-off shuffle here. And then I can do the bigger ones and give myself a little less hassle. A little less. Not much less, but just a little less. We're almost ready to need a drink. Hoping we might stumble upon some water down here, but we might have to go even all the way back to the base to get some of that. In here. That I missed earlier. Chair. These and that. We could do another big storage if we wanted. 100. There's the water alert. First one. Basically full again, but let's have a little peek in here. We might see if there's anything even in here. Looks like the answer to that is resounding nah. Okay. And over here, nothing. Except for that. Which I think... Oh, wait, I can get these big tables, too. Alright, we're going to have to come back because those will give me chips. We'll do that in just a moment. That's definitely some of the new stuff they've recently added since we did our multiplayer series, where you can get those things in that way. You know what? Let's just go through the teleporter here. Instead of me ferrying this all back later, I'll ferry some of it back now. Let's see. That. This. See, I've been picking through this, trying to find things to use. There we go. Oh, I have a effigy that I can put up in one of those boxes. Oops. That was the one we got in that green chest last time, I think. Work outside. Okay. Back down this way. Into here. Into here, and this, that, this. And that gives me a chip for each of them. It's interesting. There's nothing else that I've missed in that vein. But that's basically everything, unless there's more that opened up over here. Which I doubt. Because we were already here. We already peeked in here. But yeah, I think we got everything in this place. Go back this way, not this way. This way. And we're done with this exploration. So let's see. Let's take the truck back with us. I'm gonna have to take all these blueprint chips too. So I'm gonna do 2 runs real quick. One to dump off all of these. That too. Actually, this is pretty full. I'm gonna have to get 2 of these and 1 of these. Put up another one of these storages. Not that. Okay. So how does this work with having 3 of them that are the same? Let's do this first, though. Add it to the pile here. Big table. Okay, so it's just going to consume them, and they're not any good to me anyways, so that's fine. That's probably what it did the time before, when we had a couple of the same ones, and it consumed them all. Probably. Take those, yeah. Definitely take all of those. Probably take the explosives with us, too. I want to take a peek in here, though. Any of this that I want right off. Let's take this super alloy rod, because we're going to need them, and this maybe, and I'll leave the rest here. But I do want to take the truck with me, so let me have all of this, and I will give you this stuff here. I'll take that too. There. And I will take another load of this, and take that. And I'll leave this here, and we'll come back and get it, and the teleporter off camera. Next time. Unless there was, well, was there something else there? Around here anywhere? Anything sneaky? Doesn't look as if there might have been, so I think we're okay. I'll come back and get this stuff because I have to fly it back, so just wait on that. So let's go over here and we'll do the blueprint thing again. We have, let's see, 2 libraries and a glass table. So it's going to do 3 consumptions. Glass table, library, and a nothing library. And then there's nothing else to decode. Turn that off. Go in there. There. And real quick, just a regular chip. 2 regular chips. I want to make sure that they're not anything that's useful. Because I didn't realize that we were decoding or collecting things that could be still decoded like that. Thank you for not reading patch notes. Good. Oh, there's another effigy here. Did I miss any more? Yes. Dummy. Not that putting them up is really worth it right now because we're going to be moving them shortly, but put them up anyway, right? Right. You are this one? Yes. And then you are this one? Yes. Okay. So we have 3, 4, 5. That one's different, actually. Interesting. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them so far. I don't know how many there are. Let's grab maybe another snack here. Take with. I'll take a little gulp of water before we go, and then we're going to go out to the beach and keep our exploration going down there. I'm thinking at this point, going out to the other ship exploration point. Go here. And yeah, that's where I left it. Okay, take this with. We'll go over to the ship that we saw over to the west. Another big ship that we can collect a bunch of stuff from that we can't even really organize yet. Through here. I'm going to get there, but I'm going to go, you know, around and around here a little bit. Just to make sure there's nothing hidden. Obviously hidden. Vines make me suspicious. As vines always should. Nope, don't see anything there. Was there anything up here? No. Okay. Vines should always make one suspicious. Okay. We're there too. Because they can hide things behind vines. Especially green chests behind green vines, for example. Okay. Kind of cheesed my way up here, but I think we might have already looked around up here a little bit. Maybe. Maybe we didn't. More flowery things there. I don't see anything hidden useful. Back down we go. Down here. Okay, that goes down there. Let's look around up here on top of this rock real quick. It's candy? Piece of candy. Actually, there could have been pieces of candy down on the sand that I didn't notice that I was just ignoring. Piece of candy. Get a couple of chips, we can make a couple of good storages with these. Temporarily. Couldn't see where those vines were, what those vines were hiding exactly. Okay. Ooh, pieces of candy. Just a few, though, not like an obscene amount. Just enough to reward you for doing this excessive amount of searching. Just saw one. There it is. Looked away, and it disappeared. Not really. I flew over it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alright, I think we can drop down over there and go underneath this rock now. Oh, I missed one. Candy. Gonna look like raisins, so they're nature's candy, right? cave? Aha! Alright, we're already full. Let's do... teleporter. Temporary teleporter. Take that now. Go dump this stuff off real quick. Nice. Took a drink while the teleporting was happening. Like that, I guess. Yes, I could keep some of that super alloy with me in case I wanted to build storages, but probably find more. Negative. Take that with me. Anything else sneaking back here? Nope. Okay, how about up here? No? Okay. So that wasn't really a cave so much as just a little inlet, but... what was the not cave part? Okay, that just kind of went outside right away. To the front of the ship here. Okay. That's where we went in. And I don't see any more pieces of candy, so it was just up there on the rock, which also is kind of on brand. There's a blue chest, though. By, you know, having you find things like that that are kind of in an out-of-the-way place. This is not a door. Maybe the other end will be. Buried itself in a little bit here. Go up on top, too, because we found a green chest in the other big ship up on top. I thought I saw a piece of candy, but no, I did not. Is this where we found the chests? No. Okay. We could probably assume that this is the... we don't need to continue out into the ocean here. We could potentially assume that we might want to find things in the shallows here, but once we get out into the deeps, I'm going to guess there's nothing, which means that we might consider going over here, but I will probably not. I'm going to probably assume there's nothing over there. Okay, so can we get in this ship? Not a door there. Maybe we can't get in this one? That'd be too bad. Okay, well, hitboxes being what they are. Let's see here. Blue chest over there. Lots more rockets, which means we can make more drones with them. There's a robot over there. We can make more drones with them, or we could do launch more rockets, or we could deconstruct them and use them for something else. We'll probably make the drones. Double check this thing. This looks awful much like a door, and it is. Just not one we can open, apparently. Okay, let's do the reverse climb trick, maybe? No. Maybe here. There we go. Unless I'm being daft, which, you know, happens. I don't see a way into this ship. Huh. How dare they leave us a ship to explore that we can't explore? Has no chests on it. There's no way of getting in it. Oh, wait a minute. You need 4 fusion power cores to get in there. Okay, I was being daft. But we know we cannot make 4 of them. We don't have the pulsar cores for 4 of them yet. So we'll have to come back for that ship, unfortunately. Anything interesting underwater here? No-ish? But we know we can get in there now, which is the important part. We can eventually make pulsar quartz. We may also find some more. Either, you know, in chests. Actually, we have probably enough to make a couple of cartridges. Or at least 1 cartridge now. Or a fusion energy cell. But we can't make 4 of them. And we'll need 4 of them to open that door. I'm sure of it. There's a blue chest over there. We're just about full again. But we do have... Oh, wait. Those are that. So we don't actually have any. Yeah, so we'll be able to craft them at some point in the future. If I remember correctly, they take, like, 1 of everything interesting. Is this climbable? Yes. Okay. 1 of everything interesting, like, you know, whiteium and blueium and redium and greenium and, something else. I guess I could have grabbed the one that was right there. You, and then all of you. Full now. Am I going to make another one of these? Yep. Okay, let's see. Do I have... this? I'll leave this here for right now. I think we'll, another climbable vine to get on top of that one over there. Is that the robot we saw? It might not be a robot, or it's weird looking something going on. Anyway. I will collect all the super alloy that I can find, because then I might not have to ever craft any. Which is amusing me greatly, by the way, because it feels like on Prime you crafted so much of it all the time. But maybe that was because I didn't really know what I was doing first time, and there were so many of us the second time that we just did it really without thinking. Go up here and then I'll drop down. Yeah. I am expecting to find a green chest on top of one of these. Not drop down, but poke around over here, because I think I saw another one right there. Poke around over here, and then we'll grab the teleporter. We'll go over to that one, since I missed it. Another one of those thingies there. I would definitely want to go over to that one. Where are we at? Okay, give me that. Sure we had plenty of room before we did it. Hmm? Why you no target? Right, I'll just fall. Controlled fall. Back over here. There's a little outcropping right there, but I don't see anything on it. And one of those things. What the heck are those going to be for? Something tells me we're going to have to find every single one of them again. I mean, that something could have been somebody in the comments a while back. One of the frequent commenters, Verna maybe, or somebody, who said I might want to mark them. But I was being belligerent and not listening. So I'll have to go find them all again. Or they're probably on the super cheaty map. We might be able to just use that to get back to them. at that point. And they're all over the place, so we'll be able to find many of them automatically, but we want to find them all, whatever they're useful for. We're going to have to do it probably a little cheaty anyway. I'm just going to drop down here. That didn't look like it had anything on it. It definitely wasn't climbable. No, we're definitely not a climbable there. Let's see over here. I think we circled around this whole place, maybe. And at least one of the other two ships that we explored earlier in the game have fusion things, so we're going to have to do that anyway. Which one are you? Offline. Okay, good. Generic chip. I think I saw something on top of this one. Are you stacking these stones? I think you are. Wait a minute. Do you have... No, nothing in your hands there. I think I saw a climbable vine on... or something on top of this one, so I think there should be a climbable vine someplace. Take a quick look around it. There's a chest. I'm going to get pretty full here real quick. But I think setting up and tearing down the teleporter every time is a better use of our time on this one. This part, rather than going back and forth or doing anything crazy. By the way. Oh. There's not a vine here? Can't see much. There might have been, and I might have missed it. I could have sworn I saw something on the roof of that one. Couldn't tell whether I had the flashlight on or not, because it doesn't work that good. Let's go out here. That was the one we started on. Go out here and take a look what's going on with this robot. And again, I haven't been looking underwater. I'm suspicious, but I'm also lazy. Your chip, what you got going on here? Oh, it's double robot. You're offline. You're offline. Your chip. You are the way to get up here on this one. Maybe there was something like that on that other one then. Another one of those things. Flashlight off, it glares too much. Inventory full. Okay. Teleporter. Have that one. Base. Hydrate. Suppose I should look through these to make sure that there wasn't anything in any of them. I think I did already, but I can always do it again. Over here. And back we go. Need a drink, pretty simple. We'll make it down to the water again before we need that. We can drink seawater, it doesn't matter. Any there? No. A couple more over here. Well, at least a couple around here, yep. You and you. 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 Go this way. That was a cheese climb, but okay. And yeah, this was the one started on. It's just really that one over there that we need to go double check to see how the heck we get up there. I could always do a cheese climb. We could also always... Oh, there's a chest I missed. To do that. But we never finished circling this one. That's how. Because we went back to that one and then never finished this one again. Okay. So... How do we get up there? Hydration level. Oh, yeah. Got it. How do we get up there? This isn't like one of those climb via spiral, is it? Doesn't appear to be. No, it just keeps kind of keeping me at the same level. I think. Am I going the wrong way around? I think so either. No. Basically all on the same level. Okay. Cheese in this one isn't going to actually be easy either. Because it's got these weird kind of scalloped edges to it. I'm almost positive I saw something up there. Almost positive. Can I climb this? Not high enough. That one's probably not going to be climbable via cheese method either. Well, maybe it is. Not forward. Maybe in reverse. You can find the right side here to do it. No. It doesn't want to let me climb it either. Okay. Back over here. Climb this vine again. And take a look over there and see what we can find. See what we can see. I could have sworn I saw a blue chest up there. No, I see it on that one. Oh. We must be able to get up there somehow. Or we have to build it. Interesting. Surprised that's a blue chest. Anything else I can see from this vantage point? We have to build this one. My iron situation look like right now? Non-existent. Okay, teleporter. Let's see, base. Now I've got great gobs of iron in these, so let's just take great gobs of iron with us. That should be enough. Leave the teleporter where it is. And these, I think, are the best. These have to be grid aligned. Makes my life a little bit more difficult, but I guess I should have held down the control key. Wait, why don't I just do, stairs. Those will go up faster, I think. Those are grid aligned or grid oriented as well. And I forgot to hold down control again. Can you snap to the top of your friends? Yes, you can. Okay. Do that. Here. And then can I snap these two? No, we can just do it. Not that I probably needed that last one, but it's okay. All right, before I tear all that down, I'm going to have to go through the teleporter again to take all his iron back. Is there any reason to go over to that one now that we're halfway up there? Probably, so let's do that too. Down we go to the teleporter. Back through. Drop off. Actually, I should keep the iron, I guess, right? Because we're going to need to build a little bit more. Drop off that stuff. And then we can go back. Oh. A little carried away there, Wally. A little carried away. And then let's go this way. And I forgot to hold down control again. There. There. Good enough. Yep. Piece of candy. Please let there be a green chest up here. That would be really nice. Make it worth the while of climbing all the way up here. Not that I mind the super alloy, but green chest would be nicer. Although the green chests aren't as good, I don't think, other than getting the effigies, of course, as collectibles, as the gold chests were on Prime. The gold chests had better stuff in them. And you got something different than iron for deconstructing the chest, too. Okay. Back down we go, down here. But no green chest, huh? Works. That's all we've got. Alright, let's look around from this vantage point since we're up here. Anything else we might see? We did not go to. Don't think so. I think we've gotten everywhere else. And yeah, I don't see the vine. If there were a vine up here, climb back down again. So, what kind of space do we got? 7 spaces. 2, 3. I think there's only 1, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. I barely caught that with the jetpack that fall. Could have been bad. Stuff, stuff, stuff. Full, full, full. There. And here. Oops. And then I fell. Okay. Up we go again. Travel for a little bit, and then we can teleport again. I saw it. Saw another one of these things. So, as I said, there could be stuff underwater. Worthwhile to get. I may do a little bit of offline underwater scouting, because this is kind of hard to see, and even harder to see on YouTube based on what I saw in the last episode. So I think I'll not do very much underwater scouting, but I did want to come over here, and we want to look at those. But you know what, actually I think we might want to actually wrap it up at this point. I'm going to do some more work on the base off camera. We may get impeded by the lack of pulsar quartzes in the new base construction. Oh, there's some stuff to pick up. Another one of those things. We may get impeded because we may run out of power. And until we have more pulsar quartz, making nuclear is viable, but the difference is astounding. Like 331 versus 14. Like we can get 4.5 of these for every one of those power-wise. Or we need 4.5 of those for every one of those power-wise. So I think that it's not really going to be worth it to do a whole lot of construction of things. That was perfect. But we do have a ridiculous amount of super alloy again, which is kind of nice. So I think we'll leave this here for now, and we'll continue exploring the beach area. We have done all of this. We've done all of the north part here. We still have this central bit here that we're kind of in right now. I think we left our teleporter right there somewhere. Might even be it. And then we can do this bit over here, and then I think that's pretty much it for the beach area. So that'll be next time, and we'll continue working on the base stuff. I think we can probably start automating the transport of some of the base minerals in, which we'll do on camera, into some of the first storages there, and then like the base metals and things like that, and then we can kind of go from there. I'll try to think of maybe some organizational standards we can meet for the layout of those things, but I think that'll be stuff for the future. So thank you all for coming, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.